Okay, what's going on, everybody? Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. My name is DKEN, and welcome to my incredible podcast. Now, before we commence this episode, do not forget to smash that like button, subscribe to my channel, share this with your boys and your families, follow me on Instagram, smash that bell notification button, and enjoy. Let's get started. Our top story for today shall be Brittany Renner assaulted an innocent bystander during an event. Now, here's what I shall do. I'm going to play the footage from start to finish, and then we will discuss about this case. So, without hesitation, without further ado, let's hit it.
At Rolling Top Brittany Renner getting into it at Rolling Loud.
So straight to the point, she got upset at this guy because he said he loved PJ. He didn't even do anything physically. He simply said he loved PJ. So despite the fact that he could have been one of those trolls that went on her Instagram and kept typing and posting free PJ countless times, he didn't assault her. He did absolutely nothing wrong. However, it's obvious that he did a good job getting on her nerves by saying, "I love PJ," but that did not give her the right to throw water at him. Now, keep in mind, in this case, the punishment most certainly did not fit the crime. Of course, as you saw, he defended himself by throwing water back at her because she deserved it. It's quite evident that she cannot handle constructive criticism. So notice how she threw water at him. He throws water back at her at self-defense. Then notice how all of the guards came in and subdued him. The security personnel were under the assumption that he started the altercation. Folks, that's what I like to call a beta male mindset. I know I said this in the past, and I will continue to say this. Remember this, whenever some sort of argument or physical altercation breaks out, whatever you do, never automatically assume that the man is the suspect and the female is the victim. Never assume that this is the case, because there's always more to the story that you don't know. That's what these guards failed to acknowledge. I don't care what was said. She had no right to throw water at him. That was disrespectful. Speaking of PJ, there was a video that was published not too long ago. In this video, Brittany came out and claimed that she only received $2,500 a month from PJ. To Brittany, I say this. You could stop with the lies, okay? Your deception is not going to work on me. As for PJ, this is what I think of you. This is my reaction to you because you just dug yourself an even deeper and bigger hole. That's going to be your grave because not only are you still paying $200,000 a month of child support to Brittany Renner, who is now your ex and who you never married in the first place, but now you made the conscious decision to get down on one knee and proposed to a new girl, Eliza Chanel. That means that when this marriage fails, you will end up paying another $200,000 a month, maybe more, to this new girl because you chose to give in to your sexual urges. A man who chooses not to control his sexual urges becomes a slave to his urges. To you, PJ, I say this. When you have no money, when you have nobody to turn to for help, you will die cold and alone, and nobody will come to save you. Nobody will come to rescue you. You have to rescue yourself. Now let's get into this article titled Brittany Renner Reveals How Much Child Support She Gets from PJ Washington. It starts with, and I quote, "When a woman has a child with a man who is financially secure, regardless of how much money she makes, she will face some sort of criticism." Folks, understand this. Notice how it said she will face some sort of criticism. What this article wants you to believe is that she's the victim and he's the scumbag who did something wrong. This article wants you to believe that she's strong and independent and she doesn't need a man to take care of her and her child, which is absolutely pathetic. Here's why their argument doesn't make any sense. Without that child support that she's getting, she wouldn't be able to afford her 304 lifestyle. Keep that in mind as we progress in this article. It continues on, and I quote, Brittany Renner's relationship with Charlotte Hornets star PJ Washington unraveled for a worldwide audience as their romance, pregnancy, parenthood, and breakup was put on display for a global audience. Renner faced backlash after it was learned that she met Washington when he was a teenage college basketball star when she was 26. And it is something that she continues to defend, most recently on the Tonight's Conversation podcast. As clips of that discussion circulate, we face a portion interview where Renner speaks about the misconceptions about her financial status now that she shares a son with an NBA star. Folks, here's another concept. Whenever a child is brought into this world, at least 8 times out of 10, it was the girl's decision to bring that child into this world. Usually, this is how it works. The female gets most of the say, and the guy gets little to no say. Okay, let's continue. It continues on, and I quote, Renner and Washington decided to end the relationship not long after their son was born, and almost immediately she faced accusations that she was only with him for money. People pelted her with comments about living off of the child support she receives from her ex, but Renner insists that she doesn't get much. A lot of people think I'm getting X amount in child support and I don't have to work and I don't have to do all this stuff, she said. But it's like, I very much provide for my child. I'm here right now. My mom is watching my son and I'm here like doing the damn thing. I'm doing my best. Folks, it's quite evident to know that she was with PJ for his money. You don't have to be a rocket scientist to understand this concept. She knew what she was doing. She was fully aware of what she was doing. Okay, moving on. It continues on, and I quote, others sympathized with Renner. A lot of people judge that, but it's like when you have to, you can't rely on your child's father to provide for you, so you have to make a way, you know? So it's like, I've never been about money. It's never been about that. But it's like, especially me not getting $200,000. People always say that. She then joked that if she really got that much money, she would have all of her friends get pregnant. Folks, understand this. I said it before and I'll say it again so that it synchronizes in your mind. This article wants you to believe that she is the sweet little innocent angel who would never inflict damage towards a man. Whenever you hear a female say that she's not about money, my response is this, okay? Let's stop playing games. You can stop lying to me right now. What she did is a prime example of how modern American females behave, okay? They behave like children who don't even know how to treat men right. These females do not care about men. They only care about what we have, what we can provide. Moving on, it ends with, and I quote, she said that she provides for her child and receives $2,500 per month. Viewers thought Renner seemed ungrateful for that amount as they complained of their personal circumstances. So that concludes this article. So before we wrap this up, understand this. There will be a sequel where we go into detail about some of her recent Instagram videos. This sequel, I believe, shall be very special. In conclusion, what need more be said? She always gets on social media and attempts to portray herself as a victim instead of facing the fact that she's the problem. Now, don't get me wrong. What PJ did with Brittany was foolish enough. But to get down on one knee and propose to a new girl, that's what makes him more stupid, because eventually that marriage will not work out. She's probably spreading her legs to other men behind his back as we speak, at this very moment. So what makes you think that this next girl is going to be loyal? Remember, 90% of females that you will come across are not decent human beings. They have more red flags than a Chinese Communist parade. They try to make the situation all about them and not even acknowledge you when you are walking past them down the streets. So, with all of that said, this concludes this episode of my incredible podcast. So, thank you very much for watching. Do not forget to smash that like button, subscribe to my channel, share this with your boys and your families, follow me on Instagram, smash that bell notification button, and y'all have a wonderful and blessed day. Peace out.